supposed to do now? Do I feel like making no excuses for the man I was. I lost it all, lost it all, lost it all, I lost it all. Whoa, I know I let you down, but I didn't know I'm not proud. Watching these walls go crumbling down. Lost it all, lost it all, lost it all. Tell me what I'm supposed to do now. Feels like and I'm doing time. Making no excuses for the man I was. I lost it all, lost it all, I lost it all, I lost it all.
Just text her.
We on what you call it now.
Huh?
So we're about to get on Instagram right now. We're live on Facebook.
Put on your glass, I'm hitting the club and I'm coming to blind. 50,000 on the diamonds. Prince J changing the climate. Bloodshed for this real. I had fast money, drug lifestyle since 12 years. I've been doing this. Attitude like Pablo. I want it all, get them knocked off. I heard around in the vert now. Catch him at the light with the talk down. A younger thug and don't give and ain't fall in love.
Yo,
cold
what's up?
World, it's a cold world. Tell it to your homegirl. Money long now popping. If they talking, then I'm busting. By any means, man, I'm gonna get real. It was do or die when I was hitting them licks. Grind hard, get your shine on. Real boss, put the fam on. Drake and Juice, flood the whole clique. Introduce the world to this Marsh. 100,000 on the click. Had the splurs on the. Yeah. Spinning fast as I'm getting. Fast life like I'm living. Yeah. All they be hating. Cause the stuff finally made it. Yeah. I just wanna be the greatest. Lay back and get paid. Yeah. Sheesh.
I'm done with the talk, ayy. There's nothing to say, ayy. I swim with the sharks, ayy. Better move out the way, ayy. I'm sick of these rumors. 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 I'm done with the talk, ayy. There's nothing to say. I swim with the sharks, ayy. Better move out the way, ayy. I'm sick of these rumors. I'm sick of these rumors. I'm sick of these. Yeah, man, I'm tired of the nonsense. Cause every day it's like I'm running for my mosh pit. The whole city wanna be up in my life. I even got trying to see if I could wear other projects. What can I say? Love who I am. Niggas hate me like they hate Uncle Sam. I be minding my business while you all in my business. I can tell it's like the kiss and tell. How you watching another man climb to the pedestal instead of watching everything but your revenue. It's 1,000 ways to get money. There's 1,000 ways to die funny. Pass the honey, Winnie the Pooh ass nigga. And you probably watch a boomerang eating your dinner. I'm the real definition of a true rap image. You should do something else instead of like my picture. Shit. Look, I'ma break a lot of hearts.
Hear anything?
That was there from the start. Now they want me to end, cause you change quicker than using change for Coinstar. You in a crowd, steady watching point guards. This 5-foot killer born from moron. And sick of everybody, I'm headed for Zoran. When you speak on me, it's like blah, blah, blah. Look, I see you looking in the mirror. Hey, and say my name 3 times. Look, cause you be looking at yourself. Wish you could try to be me one time. Wish you could see all the lies. Royale is cheating, Royale is fiending. Royale got secrets that he always trying to hide. Royale is everything, trying to done with the talk. Hey, there's nothing to say. I swim with the sharks, ayy. Better move out the way, ayy. I'm sick of these rumors. I'm sick of these rumors. I'm sick of these rumors.
About to start the heading out of session in about 5 minutes, y'all. DJ GG Sweet to be on with us. So don't go too far, man. We're gonna chop it up with her in about 5 minutes, y'all. The heading out of session presented by the radio show is about to go down.
People wanna look inside my backpack. People asking where I keep the stash at. People wanna know what's the true facts. If it ain't come from my mouth, I ain't said that. Better back back. I'm on a mission to get rid of you. Everybody that you know claiming they are witness. Your protection is a lesson that they leave you finished. So I spare you one time, and I'm tired of missing. Listen good, listen hard from afar. I'm the king of Memphis.
Hold on, Gigi.
I don't answer any question. That's mine. I never knew my dad.
Hold on, Gigi. I'm working on these cameras right now. Hold on. 2 seconds here. Here we go. Hold on.
I'm on a different planet. I'm living on top of rocks. Why you living under one and steady looking for gossip? And I'm a bad man when that was right, bitch. You ready to Batman, you more right, bitch. I'm getting green while you hit like a guy, blitz. You give a last while I'm giving up options. This is TMZ, you know I'm not stopping.
She right there in the middle of us.
I'm done appealing to anybody not
Yeah.
feeling.
Hold on, Gigi. I can't hear you right now. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can't hear you. Give me about 20 seconds here.
Times equal to money and guaranteed you can flip it. Guaranteed I'm the poet, exceed the every dim limit. I lies and legend, it don't make no sense. My mind don't have no sense, so stick. I'm done with the talk, ayy. There's nothing to say. I swim with the sharks, ayy. Better move out the way. Ayy. I'm sick of these rumors. 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 Yeah, I'm done with the talk. Ayy. There's nothing to say. I swim with the sharks. Better move out the way. I'm sick of these rumors. 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 All I know is when I die, I'm a legend.
Hold on, Gigi. I'm still trying to adjust these cameras right now. About 30 seconds here. I'm trying to fix your camera on this other thing here.
S1 hazardous. Yeah, new edition. Never trust somebody else. I don't need nobody else. Nobody else. Never trust somebody else.
Got one more camera I gotta fix in D's camera, then we about to get started here.
Talk to him, Haz.
Yo, I had a thing in the past about trusting women. They steal my heart fast when I ain't looking. Guess I'm too naive and that's why I'm tookin'. All the time on the ride, left and since you booking. Gave her my all, she was disloyal. Check the expiration
That right
date, you let
there.
the milk spoil you. Set out too long, love and the thrill's gone. Try to steal my joy, but I'm still strong. I'm still Sean. It feels wrong. Holding on to a love that has been scorned. Even though she looked like Selma Hayek and dusk till dawn. Congratulate yourself, you inspired this song. You know that, right?
Right, y'all. We got Gigi Sweet. She'll be joining us in about 2 minutes here for the head. Now the session's going down. Dundee MD making it happen right now. Like, comment, and share. Get everybody out there to do what they do right now, so we get this
Yo, we used
out
to
of control
chill in the
tonight.
crib and just watch flicks. Then later hit the mall, shop for some kicks. Can't do like dinner, it's just us, we just want to kiss. Talk for hours, rockin' Mary J, reminisce. That's when we had a bond that rule with an iron fist. Fellas were
done.
jealous for sure, you had the ladies pissed. They said it's too good to be true, good men don't exist. Never insecure, you ignore all them chicks. See it, you want it, you got it, it was nothing less. Held out your hand, you got the black American Express. The good life, she had it all, nothing but the best. Till she sat me down and said she had to confess.
Man, what is it, man? I never trust nobody else. Nobody like you. Never trust somebody else. I don't trust nobody else. Nobody like you.
She was the one that I trusted. Who would ever think that she would spread like mustard? See me with my new chick, now you disgusted? Fix your face, you was the one that got busted. Left me for somebody that you know couldn't afford you. Now you by yourself, lost the one who adored you. Sex tape leak, you let this record you. Now you running back telling me homie bored you. Like I'm supposed to give you my trust and reward you. In all honesty, I should have ran and ignored you. I don't trust nobody else, forget to get thank you. I found a new love, thank God that it ain't you. Stay away from tabloids,
check,
rumors,
1,
it
2.
ain't true. I'ma learn to trust again and see what it's gonna do. I don't need nobody else, definitely not you. Word, definitely not you.
Never trust somebody else. Nobody like you. Never trust somebody else. I don't trust nobody else. Nobody like you. Word. S1. Hazardous. Haz.
That's that S1.
New edition.
S1. Atlas is right there. Shout out to S1 doing this thing out there, featuring New Edition. By the way, if you're not knowing right there, that's a little oldie but goodie right there for sure. He gave it to us about, I don't know, about 2-3 years ago. But we make that happen every now and then. About to jump into the Head Nodder session. In fact, let's go ahead and get that started now, man. You are now inside of the Head Nodder session, brought to you every Thursday night. Powered by the radio show. Dundee and MD make that thing here happen for you each and every Thursday night, man. And very happy to be a part of the show tonight. It's a beautiful situation. If you're checking out the Head and Outer session for the first time, this show is a show it's an artist critique show, basically. All we do is critique music around here and see if you got some things that's going to make it to the next round. And the next round, if you're wondering, is to be part of an up-and-coming edition of the radio show where we will have Play It or Slay It. And songs from tonight, if they're good, if GG thinks the songs are good, if MD thinks the songs are good, they make it to Play It or Slay It on a feature edition of the radio show on an upcoming Monday night. So this is the Head and Outer session tonight where we just play some songs, and also we talk to our guests as well, and we spread some of that entertainment game also around here, man. So we do this each and every Thursday night for you, man. So joining us now, first of all, before we get into our guests, got to bring in MD. MD, what's going on, man?
Oh, trying to get it all together right now. I'm ready for this. That's what we call splitting the scene for artists that's trying to make it to the next level in independent urban music industry. It's all happening. Independent styles was happening now. Look like the majors is kind of getting pulled to the side. Everybody's trying to do their own thing. It's all good with me. Props out to people like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube and Yo-Yo and a lot of mainstream hip-hop artists that went independent that will make our industry what we call now the independent urban music industry.
That's what's up.
We're going to be doing it for you guys. We got several platforms where you guys have your music played. This is just one of 3. So we got our guest here. I'm excited about our guest.
I'm excited about our guest too.
EG. Oh yeah. I don't know what to say. I'm all choked up. Like Elvis say, I'm all choked up.
I know, man. MD, let me tell you, man, we waited a long time to get her on here. A long time to get her on here. And first of all, before I get into our guest, I want to thank everybody that checked me out on the IG live show earlier this evening. So big shout out to everybody else that stayed aboard from IG now to here, and also shout out to Jaquil Constant, all right, from the Haitian International Film Festival. He was my guest on there, so big shout out to him and everybody that checked me out on that IGN as well. So let's go ahead and get into our guest, MD. Without any further ado, man, this lady here, man, she holds it down on the ones and twos always. And if there's an event happening in LA or anywhere in the country, that from what I've heard, she's doing it. She's doing it. You know what I'm saying? And every time I see her, she got her turntables with her. I ain't never seen without her turntables. We got DJ GG Sweet in the building, man. GG, what's going on with you? How you doing?
I am doing great. I appreciate you guys having me on the show tonight. I know it's been a crazy couple months and y'all keeping it going. So I appreciate you guys staying true to what's going on.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, we know what's going on with you. We watching you as well. You keeping it going on also. Let's talk about what you got going on there on your 10,000 platforms that you got your show on. Let's get into that real quick. So what's going on with the GG Sweet show? Tell us about it.
Right now, the GG Sweet Mix show is airing across the land. I have 2 shows, the hip hop mix, which showcases all the stuff that's in the top 20 Billboard, all the brand new hip hop that's going on, but also showcase new artists. And so currently the featured artist of the month on the website, ggsweet.com, is Charlie with a K, my man representing. Big shouts out to my man Big Shot out there holding me down. Last month we had my man Deuce O representing all the way from Kansas, and also my man Brian Fury. Both of them were featured artists on the website. And if you're interested in being a featured artist on the GG Sweet show, log on to the website, shoot me an email, or you can hit me in the DM. But you know what? The Head Nodder session, I'm feeling you guys, because I was reminding you, I think it was maybe 6 or 7 years ago that you guys started the Head Nodder session.
Yeah.
In the club in Long Beach. And I was like, yo, this is an excellent idea. So I'm glad you guys are still holding on and staying true to what's going on, because there's a lot of new people out there jumping up. And you guys been staying on your grind for a minute. So I want to really give the radio show kudos for staying on the grind, staying out here doing their conferences, giving people great advice on how they can, be a part of this great music industry.
Oh man, Gigi, I feel like crying. Like, Rob, but thank you. We really appreciate
Me too,
that,
but for a
man.
different reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thank you for that. We really appreciate that, and we respect you as well. See what you're doing also, and helping out independent artists, and you keeping it going as well on your end also. So, you know, it's all good, man. Much respect and all that to you. I'm bowing down. Much respect to you.
No, I mean, we all out here. You know, everybody has a chance to promote themselves and do what they do. It's just a matter of, you know, getting out there and doing the hard work. And I think sometimes the industry gives the illusion of it being easier than it actually is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I salute you guys for staying on the hustle and, you know, continuing to do what you do. I think, you know, 6 to 9 months from now, that's when it's really going to tell the story of people staying on their hustle and, you know, trying to stay visible in all different kinds of ways, whether it's on the internet or, you know, out in the streets.
Right. Speaking of which, how have you adjusted as far as like since the pandemic? How does DJ Gigi Sweet, how does she adjust it as far as doing business?
I mean, you know, I already had a bunch of things going on online, you know, so as far as DJing and doing shows, you know, and mix shows, you know, I come from the mix show community. Big shouts out to everybody out there that's been representing with me my whole career. Somebody from Arizona hit me up, so big shouts out to all my riders out there. Tucson, Arizona, my Wildcats, Hot 98.3. Then I went to Vegas, Power 88. All my folks out there representing with me out there. Back here to the beat, you know, all my mix show folks out here on 100.3 The Beat. You know, so mix show is my thing. You know, KJLH, everybody out there representing mix show, KJLH. So that's the easy part, you know. Mixing is easy. Selling it, that's another story.
Exactly. Well, we're going to talk about selling it, and we're going to talk about how we sell it to all these independent artists and how they vibe into it in just
shout
a little
out
bit.
to core DJs out there holding it down worldwide.
Oh, yeah. Shout
Tony
out to
Neal,
core DJs.
everybody out there on the hustle.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to core DJs as well, man. Tony Neal, man, doing it real big on his thing also. In fact, I think he got a show. I was peeping him out a couple days ago as well. So shout out to Tony Neal.
I mean, it's, like I said, it's all kinds of shows. You can have a show as long as you know how to sell it and target the right audience. You know what I mean? Music is music, and the hits are going to be the hits.
Yes.
So you know, you can sell it. Tony Neal's been doing his thing. Big shouts out to everybody representing for Serious Shade 45 out there doing it for the Dirty. You know what I mean? So we keeping it going.
Right. Well, speaking of selling it in future hits, we're going to get into a few of these future hits right now. What we got up here on the screen, a head and out of session, consists of, if you like the record, fire emoji, or you can go ahead and give it, you can rate it on a scale of 1 to 10, whichever is easier for you. Or if it's sad, a sad emoji right there if the song is whack. All right? Real simple. Okay. Or you can rate it from 1 to 10 on that end as well. So constructive criticism is a must. Again, Gigi, do not be nice to these artists, okay?
No, see, that's my thing. I probably wouldn't survive America's top whatever they out there doing, because I'm not good at critiquing. You might not. They call me Gigi Sweet for a reason. I might be too nice.
Oh, wow. Well, you are not going to be the Simon of the group, definitely, huh?
Exactly.
All right, let's check out this first song right here. Again, if you love the record, hate the record, leave it, comment below. Also, you can hit us up at our phone number as well. Forgot to give that out. I don't know why I did. 310-327-4694. 310-327-4694 is the phone number. Let's get into it. First song we got coming up tonight is an artist by the name of Thrife Bomber. Thrife Bomber. The song is called Therapeutic. Thrife Bomber.
Okay, where they represent from?
It didn't say. Didn't say on the email. Okay. That's one thing we'll talk about as well. All right, let's make it happen. Thrife Bomber. When we come back.
Thrife Bomber, if you out there representing with us, it's your girl Gigi Sweet, MD, the Head and Outer Show right here, y'all.
Let's make it happen. The Head and Outer session powered by The Radio Show.
Fire emoji if this song is bad. Boom! Sad emoji if this song is whack. You decide what we download. Download. Right here. On the Head and Outer session. Powered by The Radio Show.
Jacking you, the loud pack, gotta kick it like a kung fu. I'm coming from the bottom, all the way to the top. Now I'm in the beans, pocket full of guap. I told you can't stop me, Ain't no way to stop me, Juke man show when I pull up in things Toast to stop me. Ain't no way to stop me. Do it real big when I throw it in the sky. I say the boy too cocky. Peanut butter chocolate. Spot in the cockpit. Loud on blast, everything gon' go like Charlotte said. YD. Big dog, big fish. Raw two partner. They so friend, but I switch them up quick when I step out. YD. Came up, I did. Running on eyelids. Had to bring home no bigger when I walk in the door to say daddy home. Hi kids. Ain't no way to stop this. Who lost? You did. Told 2 million when the bus in the sky say watch out, walk it. Spot is so stylish. New whip, no mileage. Wrist so clean when I hold it in the air say please stop blinding. Take off, I did. Say loud, ain't coughing. Play with the word, put one in your head, looking like a dolphin.
That's a Thrice Bomber. Thrice Bomber song is called Therapeutic. Thrice Bomber song is called Therapeutic. All right, MD, what's wrong with this picture?
Well, I like the hook. The hook is kind of catchy. You know, it puts it in a nice, mode. Put it like that. Mm-hmm. And I would give it a chance to move on to the Play the Sled segment, only because it was done professionally, nice arrangements. I mean, the vocals didn't really hit me because he didn't do no emphasis while he was rapping. He was just basically just rapping. He probably did a good job I could have been, rapping myself with my old ass.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, coming in the technique, it was nice. It was nice. From 1 to 10, I would probably rank it about like a 6.5.
A 6.5. You like the song like that? A 6.5 for that?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Because actually, I didn't really care for it. I didn't really care for the record right there. Number one, I think Prince is gonna get paid off this here. I hope he paid Prince because he just basically just took the instrumental and just looped a portion of it over and over again here. Number one.
Well, they all do that.
Yeah. Number two, but I didn't really care for it like that. I think I expect a little better. So I'm gonna give it a sad emoji. Personally, that's just my personal opinion.
Sad emoji.
Yeah, sad emoji right there, man. That's
like a what to you? That's a 5.
That's like a 5, man. That's like a 5. That's just my opinion on it. But we have Gigi Sweet here. So Gigi, what you think about that record there?
You know what? I'm one of those people that are, I don't listen to the record to say it's good or bad.
Okay.
I'll say, I want to figure out how I'm gonna sell this song.
Okay.
So he came in on the right day. We had 2 Chainz, we had Rick Ross on the verses. If you played that for one of them, they probably was like, yo, I want to buy it and I can get the sample cleared myself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, and then I think the title of the song could have been something a little bit closer to how the sample was rolling.
Mm-hmm.
That would have gave somebody kind of like a clue on, the record.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes when you name songs and you take a sample or whatever, you can give people more of a clue because the sample of the song and his name, they don't go together. You know what I mean? But He could sell that record though. You played it on the right day.
Oh yeah, definitely. He can sell it. It could be sold. Now see, I didn't think about it from that angle. I'm thinking about it as him putting it out himself. I didn't think about him actually getting it to Rick Ross and selling it and actually letting one of them do something with it.
Well, that's what happens a lot of times. You have artists that are great at being a songwriter or somebody that's arranging songs, but they're not actually able to come across. Where Rick Ross and 2 Chainz, they've come a long way. They know how to come across. And believe me, they probably got a whole lot of songwriters back there helping them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the hook.
Oh yeah, definitely. I know they're not writing all this stuff on their own. Definitely.
Right. And the label, they can come, him as an independent artist, he wouldn't be able to clear that sample. Yeah. But the label, if they gave it to Rick Ross or whoever, they probably like, yeah, we'll clear that. If Prince spoke, since he's passed on, now it's his estate, right? Making all the decisions.
Right.
So, he'll probably be like, yo, we could kill that joint right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where do I sign up?
Yeah, okay, yeah, I didn't think about it on that end. Now, in the mix, slow song time. Would you play that during the slow song mix?
I mean, there's no slow songs. It's just BPM. So if you know how fast the song is, you can mix it with anything. Shout out to the folks that's doing gumbo mixes out there, getting their slow jam on. Shouts out to DJ Why Not, DJ, my man DeVoe. They got the slow jam switches going on every Wednesday night, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to both of them. They're at the, I believe, at the GS doing that, right?
And you remember Kendrick Lamar, he came back a little bit and brought that Anytime, Any Place record back when he first came out.
Right.
And there he kind of revived that record. People was like, oh, snap, shoot, is that Janet? You know, so that kind of opened the door to some of those records being sampled like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay. All right.
It's nothing new.
Yeah, it's nothing new. Yeah, definitely, man. Let's check out this next one right here. This one is Faded by EA Supreme and Dimes. Faded, EA Supreme and Dimes. All right, let's check it out. So far, let's make it happen. Head Out of Session, powered by the radio show.
Why you jacking me? I ain't jacking you. The loud pack gotta kick it like a kung fu. Coming from the bottom, all the way to the top. Now I'm in the beans, pocket full of guap. I told you can't stop me. Ain't no way to stop me.
Hold up here. Actually, I think that's the same record.
Like, is that the same record?
That's the same record.
I thought I was smoking some weed for a minute.
I thought I was too. That's why I had to stop. I meant to do this one right here.
Okay.
I just talk shit, I'm faded. DJs in the wet, I'm getting faded. No, I'm finna blow, I'm gonna make it. If I say I'm tasking for a feature, then his stupid gon' pay it. Going up, shawty, yeah, she hate it. Then she mad, not a form of payment. Play with me, I leave you on the pavement. One time I'ma say it. Retros on me, and these outdated. Damn, bro, the scale, I can't even weigh it. Bottle full of Henny, no, I'm finna face it. Sit right out the bottle, I don't chase it. That in the club, when she turning up, I think she wasted. Dripping all this flavor, shawty said she wanna taste it. Geeking off these, shawty think she in the Matrix. She a silly, talking about she seeing spaceships. V's on my wrist, kid bossing on my bracelet. She on a know that fully bad. Mr. Fashion Over with a Gucci. I said, who a favorite rapper? Said me and Tunchi. I said, truly. She said, yeah, you groovy. Bands on good money, long like Uzi. Pass it to my dog and he gripping on her. She just wanna hang with the gang, she a groupie. If feds hit the dough, then she gripping on my toolie. I just talk shit, I'm faded. DJs in the wet, I'm getting faded. No, I'm finna blow, I'm gonna make it. If I say I'm tasking for a feature, then his stupid gon' pay it. Going up, shawty, yeah, she hate it. Then she mad, not a form of payment.
That's that EA Supreme and Dime. Song's called Faded. EA Supreme and Dime. Song is called Faded. All right, Gigi, what you think about this record right here?
Oh man, you know what? I'm getting those Blueface vibes. I feel like that's the kind of flavor that they would kind of going after.
Right.
You know, it's West Coast beat, you know what I mean? But they're also kind of like out of pocket. You know, to me, normally, as a DJ that's been around for a long time, I would normally say they're out of pocket, but that's kind of the style of the younger generation that's kind of following that Blueface generation.
Right.
So I say, yeah, get it out there. The BPM is a West Coast BPM, 96, 97. DJs, we love the speed records up in the club. So, you know, you can mix that record in, mix it out, and really sell it. You know what I mean? I think if he works on his show a little bit, it need a little bit more thump, though. You need some bass to it.
A little more bass to it? Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, you know, what his crowd is like, but he's definitely a younger artist. And, you know, the music business is about the young folks because they're going to go and discover new stuff. You know what I mean? So he can really sell it to that crowd.
Okay. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up, MD. What you think?
I kind of feel the same way she feel. You know, it needs a little bit more, you know, lows to like give it that boom, that thump. You know, didn't have the thump, but you know, this is the direction that these new artists is going towards. Like I talking to Battle Cat, and he said it's like bubblegum. You know, bubblegum tracks. You know, it's not. It's like half black, half pop. You know, and they have created, the young generation had created a whole new different vibe for the music entertainment industry. And so, you know, a lot of people don't realize, you know, why I sway towards young style, you know, even though I'm an old school person, because I want to keep up with the trend as a
Right.
younger artist, in
Right.
the industry. Because I mean, back in the days when I was young, my dad didn't like what we was listening to. So, but I can't be that way. I like it. I give it a 7.
Give it 7. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was a good record as well. I thought it was good enough to move on. So I'll give it a hot emoji, which is equivalent. It could be at least a 7 on my end as well. So I think it's good enough. Gigi, you think the song is good enough to
Cardi
move
B
on?
jump on it, he gonna be out the box. The Blueface got a clue, and he did a remix with Cardi B. So that really blew him up across the country when he did that. So somebody might want to jump on Cardi B or Sweetie or somebody like that.
Yeah, exactly. Somebody like that, it'll help you. It'll help you big time, boost you up to the top.
You gotta have some money to work with them now.
Of course, yeah. They're not gonna do it for free.
Yeah, but I got on $500 Jordans right now and $300 jeans. I can afford it.
Well, that's cool. That's good.
And a trunk full of weed. A lot of them can tell you that in a minute, boy.
Exactly, man.
I
What's up,
was
man?
looking at this news on NBA channel, and one of the ball players was showing off his tennis shoe collection. He had 600 pairs of tennis shoes.
Wow.
Right. But he was the ball player, right? Which ball player?
He's a ball player. Yeah.
Which one
what they spend their money on.
I think he played for Houston.
I'm saying
their house.
Because all of them don't spend money on that.
They all know.
They gotta
The
endorse
older
it.
ones, right? The older ones, but it was like I think he was less in the league less than 2 years.
Okay.
That's
right.
People like Charles Barkley and Shaq. Oh no, they ain't thinking about
They're not doing that.
sneakers.
Right.
I get those free.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. We're inside the Head Out session, man. DJ GG Sweet is right here tonight. We checking it out, doing it real big for you, playing some records, critiquing some songs, making it happen tonight. Again, fire emoji if you like the record, sad emoji if you hate the record, or leave a comment below. We'll read that right here on the air for you, man. I'm looking for those comments. We haven't got too many comments so far. Also, when we come back after this next song, we're gonna talk to Gigi more about virtual shows and virtual events and things. We'll talk to her about that.
And some virtual money, huh?
Yeah, get some of that virtual money and that virtual tip jar and all that. We'll talk to her about that when we come up after this one song right here. This is Donna Dobson. Song is called Just One More Time. Donna Dobson, Just One More Time. Let's get to it. The Head Nodders session, powered by the radio show.
Shout out to Donna Dobson. We in the building right here with the radio.
That right there is Donna Dobson. Donna Dobson, Just One More Time. Donna Dobson, Just One More Time. That was a good record, kind of on more of a old school type of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a 90s vibe to it right there.
Definitely.
What you think about that, Gigi?
You know what? The first thing I heard on there was somebody that sounds like she's authentic artist. Does she write her own music and play her keyboards, or did somebody else produce the record?
Yeah, I have no idea. See, these are people that just submit their records trying to get on the radio show. So
Right.
So they don't send anything.
On the paperwork. So, but I first
nothing.
thought, hey, that's a Babyface record right there.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? I felt like Babyface with a female vocalist, 2 occasions kind of feel. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I definitely think, it's a record that could be placed like on a Urban AC radio station like a KJLH or the Wave 94.7 The Wave.
Right.
You know what I mean? The Urban AC crowd would love it. She probably could get some shows on some of the jazz events once they start coming back. You know what I mean? Especially if she's a great live performer. So it's definitely a lot of possibilities. I just think that she probably would need, in order to get more traction, she needs something a little bit more up-tempo, maybe at an event or something like that to get people involved. This wouldn't be the first record I would throw out on her. I would throw out something more of a cha-cha record and then be like, hey, we got this right here. Check it out. This sounds like old school 87, 89. You know what I mean?
Right. MD, Gigi's making our.
I'm always trying to sell.
No,
so.
Exactly. You're making our job really easy tonight.
Right.
It's almost like we got the night off. We're like on the same vibe, so we got the night off tonight.
It's down there at the bottom, y'all. Just send a suite. These is jewels right here. Y'all need to hit me up on that consultation on how to sell it.
Oh yeah, do that. Definitely hit her up on that consultation and how to sell it for sure. MD,
Okay.
give me your thoughts on this record, MD.
Well, my thoughts is, you guys wouldn't believe it. My thoughts is something else.
Oh, it is?
Because
Okay.
I got a hunch. Well, I know who sent it to you.
Oh, you do? Okay.
I know it was Randy the School Tour.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm gonna give you the story on it. He's looking for a female artist.
Okay.
And he needed some music for his female artist. So in my production library, I have some music.
Right.
And that was one of them.
Oh, that was one of them.
That I produced and wrote.
Hey, all right.
Okay.
Along with what's their name? Brownstone producer.
Okay.
Me and him worked together on that. And that was like 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Brownstone. Well, publishing never goes away, right?
After they said
right?
it. Yeah. In fact, that's about the second song that I ever wrote.
Oh, okay.
And we put it out back in 97.
Oh, okay. Well, then we can't
and
ask you
Billboard
about
picked
this
it up.
record
It was in the
then.
top 100. We had our own label called LA West Records.
That makes sense. 97. That was in that same era of that type. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right,
And you hit it right on the nail.
Yeah.
You hit it right on the head.
Yeah.
And Randy needed a.
You could have put that
on.
when did Waiting to Excel come out? They've been playing all the Babyface stuff. Since he came on the Verses, right?
Right.
He produced that. What was the other one he produced? The soundtrack too.
That was
Excel.
Yeah,
Waiting to
Preacher's
Excel,
Wife,
right? But the
Waiting to
Preacher's
Excel,
Wife,
yeah.
I think he did the music on that. And I'm glad you played that record because that's a good point about producers, teaming up with people that are doing content in movies and a lot of streaming services. Your music can go far, on a lot of these different areas, platforms, if you kind of think outside the box.
Right.
Exactly. 'Cause that's what you have to do. Because I was looking on Snoop Dogg's website, and he have some songs that he took back from the past that he's ready to put out. Style records. And,
I mean, really, when he came out on Versus, if you put your stuff up there on iTunes, people are going, oh man, I never heard of this one. I'm gonna buy it.
Right.
$129, please. You know what I'm saying? And if you notice what happened tonight, they world premiered a new Rick Ross and 2 Chainz song that was a Versus exclusive.
Oh, really?
And I was like, yo, the sucker was a heater.
Yeah.
It was dirty, so I'm not gonna say it, but it was a heater. I was like, $129, please.
Oh, really?
It was a heater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
You like those verses? 'Cause I love those verses. Well, you like them?
What I like about them is basically what they did tonight was world premiere new music that nobody had heard.
Right.
It's under the Versus label. It's under Apple iTunes exclusive. So what they basically did was they promoted a new record in front of 500,000 people for free.
Exactly.
And if you liked it, you probably went right to iTunes or right to Google Play or
bought it.
wherever you was buying it and downloaded it for no money right to your phone.
Wow.
Hello.
That's crazy. I love that. That's a heck of an idea right there. I didn't hear the verses tonight, but I man, that's a heck of an idea.
It was fire. It was fire. I was like, yo, but like I said, it was super dirty. So
did they send you the
you have
record
to go
yet?
back and see what they was doing, but for real.
Did they send it to you already?
No, I listened to the live right before I came to my office.
Oh, okay. Right.
And so I was like, yo, that is fire. And they was like, yo, this is a world premiere. This is our new record we putting out. Well, you realize 2 weeks ago they signed a deal with Apple. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a versus, whoever the producer was, probably Swiss Beats or Swiss Beats, Timberland, whatever. So basically, this is the new wave right here. I think versus is an excellent idea, and I think they signed the deal right at the right time. You know what I mean?
Did.
Oh, okay.
They sure did. We need to come up with a versus of some type for these independent artists and capitalize on that also.
Right.
Yeah, we got to figure something out. We got to put our heads together.
I mean, the thing is they're known artists. No disrespect to the independents, but we're talking about how to sell, right?
Right.
They've been setting up that sale since the first. What was the very first verses that came out?
That was who was that? I forget. Was it
the first week of the COVID? I don't know, but basically, they sold
around April.
Yeah, they sold.
May.
Then when people was going, they coming to get the name and they want to buy it from them, they were like, nope. I seen a girl on your website, Francis Purdue. Shouts out to Francis. She was talking about don't be afraid to walk away from the deal, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So they walked away from the deal because they knew they had a better play, right?
Right.
Now tonight was the play. This was one of their first records that they put out under that versus Apple contract, I believe.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up. That's what's up. But
you go ahead and cash at me right now for the
for that game, of course. Well, that's why we here. That's why we here tonight, to spread that game. Speaking of, let's spread some of that game about virtual shows and all. I guess it's a perfect segue into virtual shows and virtual events and virtual things of that nature. What do you think about those? Should independent artists take advantage of those situations? How can they go about promoting and selling you or anybody else, MD or myself, to pay my whatever, to not $1.99 to check the show out?
You know what? I am kind of new to the virtual thing, so I've been someone that's kind of always been about trying to sell the show before I'm going to rely on you. And what that means is, hey, if I got so many viewers, I want, somebody to come on as the show sponsor. That way I'm guaranteed I got a little bit of, if you notice, the Rick Ross show and the Versus, their show sponsor really is Ciroc, right? And I think they had somebody else up there. If I go back and look. And, people are always going to drink and smoke, you know what I mean? Drinking, smoking, straight West Coasting.
Exactly.
Right? So, I mean, so everybody got their flavor of what they like to do, what they going to buy. And I think it's great to have, your fan base, but while you're building your fan base, even if it's not virtual, but when you hit the 6 to 9 months, when you get out in the streets while you're building your fan base, you're trying to get your fans to come. You also need to work on, strategic partnerships, people that are looking to get their brand out, but they don't necessarily have the following that you do, and asking them for sponsorship money. That helps for you to get your brand out. Also put the word out about them, get free items that you can give out. Maybe your mask that everybody's giving out. Shouts out to the Trap Boot Camp. They have their mask. Shouts out to the grind. What's your grind like out there? Folks are out there with their brands, but a lot of time they need an artist. Shouts out to Ciroc, Diddy, showing them how to do it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You got to do the work. You got to put the work in. You're not going to just go and say, hey, I need this much money to do X, Y, Z, and not give them a proper platform to showcase it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but so how should artists go about building the platform, getting that following, getting those people so that way they can email a sponsor to come in and support their event? How do they go about building that following?
I think one is being authentic to themselves. Oh, was that to me or to him? Go ahead.
No, that's for you. That's for you. Go ahead.
That's you.
Oh, I think just being authentic to themselves. Don't try to be someone you're not. You know what I mean? You see a lot of artists out here, they're trying to be someone that's on the charts right now, and they think, oh, that's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you realize when you leave the bubble, this is the bubble. And you go to some shows, they're gonna really find out who you are.
Exactly.
You know, I got a joke right now. Some lady was like, I had my mask on like this, right? And we was in the store, and she was like, what's your name? I was like, Gigi Sweets. She was like, Sweetie?
Oh, she just heard Sweetie.
Like, I said, don't tell nobody you saw Sweetie in here. You can tell me you saw Auntie Sweetie. But not Sweetie. That's just a joke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to be authentically you when you go and you're up here representing on this thing, because when you go out, they're going to know who you are. We're not going to be in here, you know, all that long. So you have a great time to build your platform and let people know who you are authentically. You know what I mean? Grassroots has always been a great word to describe that. What you guys think?
Oh, grassroots definitely is a great word, but grassroots is different now. You know, it's not belly to belly. It's more, you know, DM everybody and inboxing everybody and telling them what you're doing and Facebook boosting and sponsoring posts on Facebook. You know, all that thing now. It's no longer just going around hanging up flyers and hanging up posters and passing out flyers anymore.
Right.
Well, no, but I definitely think if you partner with different companies, they're going to help you do the work. So that's what I mean. You got, you know, people out here that think, okay, well, I'm going to try to be like Rick Ross, right? And then they get out there and they find out, you know, they don't have a following. They don't have a beard. They don't smoke cigars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They haven't lost pounds, and they not Rick Ross, and they, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be, especially right now, you got to be authentically who you are in this box, and you can sell who you are. You know what I mean?
Right.
And if you can't even sell who you are, it's good now to find an artist that's on your level now and collaborate and do something together and combine your fan base together.
Right, but if you are selling, like, you can't have two different brands, you know what I mean? Because if I got this many people and they got that many people, they're going to be like, why are you on here with them? You know what I mean?
Right.
And so sometimes you try to get people, but it doesn't always mesh, you know what I mean?
So what do you think about the one, let's say if you go partner with somebody and you know he got a following, your following, you got a little follow, but not as strong as theirs. You know, some of them want to do is just post it on their IG one time and then they be done with it in an hour before the show. You know, that's not an effective partnership. You know what I'm saying? So how do we go about weeding out the bad apples as far as picking a partner to partner with?
You know, it's definitely tough, you know, because the game is ever changing. Sometimes you want to pick a partner that isn't as strong as you in certain areas, I think. Because you have some people that are really good at promoting, but they don't perform as good. And then you have some people that are great at promoting, but, you know, the performance part isn't as good, or the writing part isn't as good, you know. And so depending on who you're targeting, you know what I mean? You get a lot of people that are really good at glam, but maybe they're not as good as something else, you know what I mean? And so maybe you want to partner with somebody that's great at one, just like a marriage. You know what I mean? You have some people that are good at this. You pick your partner that does something else great. You know what I mean? And then you guys come together and you create something even more great. You know what I mean?
Right. Of course. That's what's up, man. We got DJ Gigi Sweets. She's here tonight inside of the Head and Out of Session, powered by the radio show. We are critiquing some songs, seeing if they're able to make it to the next level, which is be a part of Play It or Slay It, on a feature edition of the radio show coming up on a Monday night with myself, MD, artist Monique, and Mary Alex. We make that happen every Monday night, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 1 a.m. Eastern, y'all. Let's go ahead and check out another song right now. So far, we had 2 songs that have made it to the next level. One has not. Okay. Let's check out another one right now. This is, where is that there? I just lost the name. That is Big Homie Trent. Big Homie Trent. Song is called State Street. Big Homie Trent, State Street. Armster.
Okay.
State Street, Armster. Okay. Big Homie Trent. Let's check it out. Heading Out of Session, powered by the radio show. Let go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. K-Week, State Street, Wakey, yeah. K-Week, State Street, Wakey, yeah. K-Week, State Street, Wakey, yeah. Turn up. Pretty girls, stay fleet. Yeah. Just down, I'm back in the cage. State Street, yeah. Just down from the big CA. Yeah. Had a low layover in the GA. Never going broke in NBA. Kentucky bourbon on coke with the ice. I took a chance, I rolled the dice. I'm good with the fractions, give me my slice. I want the cheese just like the mice. Never give up, my only advice. I gotta go get it, I'm really so with it. If I don't get it, then tell me who will. I know that I will. I want the meals. Lucrative deals. Buy me some acres and buy me some fields. Yo, buy me a crib in the Hollywood Hills. Yo, white girls with the Vans on, white girl with a tan on, turned up to my song, Lil Cola with the do say, Trend ain't hot, that's what who say, Trend ain't hot, that's what you say, Trend what your boo say, ladies love me like Cool J, skate on the beat, Lupe, ballin' real life, no 2K, hard Peter, Captain Turner, smoking no.
That's that State Street, Armstead, Big homie Trent, State Street, Armstead. All right. What did you think about this one?
I mean, he came out the blocks dragging. Yeah, I don't think it would have got the
You ain't scared, are you? You ain't scared.
I'm trying to be nice now. I mean, it was all right. You know, it was kind of, general. The same beat all the way across the board. There wasn't no art form into the song at all. And I don't know what much to say about it. I'm on the fence on it. I wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah, well, I'll go ahead and give you my opinion. I wasn't feeling it. Sad emotion, real simple. It didn't move me at all. You know what I'm saying? I tried to get into it, but it didn't move me at all. Gigi, what you think about this one right here?
Yeah, I think, he kind of was going for the strip club feel, you know what I mean? So definitely, it needed some more thump to it. And I think, lyrically, I think it took too long to get into the first verse. That's just my thought.
Yeah,
but, he could use some work, but you know what I mean? This is a record, I think you could break it in the strip club because it has that strip club feel if you added some bass line, like some bass to it.
Mm-hmm.
You could definitely move to it, maybe get a remix going with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You could work on it, but I definitely think if he was putting it out like this, it may be a little tough to sell just because the lyrically is just like, yeah. And I'm like, yo, JJ Bad is like gonna be doing their thing on this. Jokes, not joke.
It's all good. So
yeah,
pretty
that
safe
was
to
it.
say. Yeah, that's it.
Like Porky Pig, you say that's all, folks.
So pretty safe to say this one didn't move on. So,
but no, definitely, whoever did the beat, if they added like some thump to it, they could take it to the strip club. Definitely, get some traction on it.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Speed the tempo up just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Could have used a little speeding up.
But State Street, Armstead, where are they from?
We don't know. That's something else we're gonna talk about when we come back after these next couple songs here about the submission packages.
They call him Trent, right? That's all of that is too much. Like, Trent.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what the email said. Yeah, I can only go about what the email said, and when we come back after,
sound like when he's in the booth, he was undecided what he was gonna really say.
Yeah.
Right, yeah,
we're gonna talk about submission packages.
I used to have a joke about me rapping because people would be like, Gigi, you got them 16 bars, and I'd be like, yeah, I'm coming with them 16 bars. Shouts out to the system girls out there. That's what it sounds like right there. No disrespect, but cats would be like, yeah, I'm gonna come with them bars. They always hesitating, you know what I mean, and taking forever to get on, like.
Right. It's all good. It's all good, man. Big homie Trent, send us another record. We would love to check the next record out.
Right.
Sure.
Because you can make the cut this time.
Yeah, definitely. Looking to check the next one out. By the way, if you want to send a record to us right now, we do got Instaplay tonight. Instaplay is going on. Email is D as in David, A as in Apple, Radio Show LA D as in David, A as in Apple, Radio Show LA at gmail.com. That's D as in David, A as in Apple, Radio Show LA at gmail.com. Instaplay is on and cracking tonight.
And also, all the songs everybody have heard during this session so far, we have a Facebook page for Head Nodded Session.
That's right. Let them know, MD,
you
what it is.
can go there now, Head Nodded Session, and write your comments, what you like, what you didn't like. Give us a little feedback about the show. We'd love to hear that.
Yeah. MD, do you see anything right now, speaking of comments, when we move on? See anything on there?
Oh yeah, you know what? Big shouts out to everybody out there representing with your girl Gigi Sweet. I have a new EP coming your way featuring Brandy Kane and also Miss Bliss. The first one is called About Me. Brandy Kane representing out of LA. She did her thing. If you log on to my website, gigisweet.com, check it out now. And also Miss Bliss coming your way with a twerk record called Do That. So those will be featured on my first EP. Right now, iTunes, you can get that About That record. It's a banger. Where all my West Coast Bay Area slappers at, we doing it for show.
Oh, okay. Well, you need to get that to me, right?
Oh yeah, I'm about to send it to you right now.
Okay, go ahead and get that to me.
Also, big shouts out to my man out there representing with me, 10 Toes Down Entertainment. They out there representing, and I'm staying on the hustle. What I love about this platform is, for all of the people that don't know who Gigi Sweet is, I've been out here rocking for a minute. So you got everybody out here that are newer people. They may not have heard of me. So sometimes I'll, post a few little real videos of me actually DJing, and they'll be like, "Oh, snaps! You know what?
Yeah,
those plaques behind her are not fake."
Yeah, they're not fake. No, they're not fake. They're actually real plaques. They actually were earned.
Shout out to my girl Coco Chanel out there, Jazzy Joyce, ladies from New York representing on the original mix show, Ladies Night Hot 97.
Yeah, definitely. What you think about them? I read today somewhere online that they got the rights to make a movie about K-Day. What you think about that coming out there?
Oh, I love it. Right now, obviously it's great that it's coming out now because you had the NWA story that came out. So a couple of West Coast documentaries and films have already kind of paved the way. So it's just only natural for K-Day to have their own story as well, because I'm telling you, it's not what you think. You know what I mean? Radio is definitely not what you think. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they got some real interesting stories to tell about how, some of the new artists came out and how they helped pave the way. You know what I mean? Definitely. And then the reboot, the reboot of K-Day, the rebranding of K-Day as it stands now, because, nothing is new. It's just rebranded with a clever PR person.
Of course.
I heard one time.
That's what it is. A clever PR person can make anything, make Eskimo by ice. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's what they do. Right. It's all good, man.
That's what they're supposed to do.
Exactly. That's their job. That's their job, man. That's right. The Head Nodded Session, powered by the Radio Show. Dundee and MD tonight, making it happen. DJ Gigi Sweets is here tonight, and we're going ahead and critiquing some songs and just chopping it up and having some fun. When we come back in a little bit, too, man, we're going to talk about that, the submission packages, and how records should be submitted, because I know, Gigi, you get a lot of stuff from independent artists and all that, and how should they be submitted to you after this next song right here. This is Rich G featuring Little Toker. Rich G featuring Little Toker. Song is called Gangster Summer. All right, Rich G featuring Little Toker. Song is called Gangster Summer. Let's check it out. The Head Nodded Session, powered by the Radio Show.
Boy, that should be
emoji if this song is bad. Sad emoji if this song is whack. You decide what we download. Download. Right here. On the Head Nodded Session, powered by the Radio Show.
In my hair smelling good, greasing up my khakis like a blade, yeah. Backyard party in the neighborhood, all my G's are gonna be there. Homies be deep on the corner, hustling in the street. Back in
That's that Gangsta Summer by Rich G featuring Little Toker. Rich G featuring Little Toker right there, Gangsta Summer. Gigi, what you think about this one right here?
Definitely a summertime record. It reminded me of, the times when I was at the lowrider car shows,
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely old school sample feel, Nate Dogg, on the bass line, singing / kind of rapping style feel. I definitely see where he's going with it, and definitely that's a dedicated crowd. I think he just needs to tighten it up a little bit. Okay. You know what I mean? The bass, it needs a little bit more bass because, we're on the West Coast. A little bit more bass, a little bit more piano, Dr. Dre sounding, because that's what it kind of sounded like.
Right.
But I definitely think the direction he's going in, he could sell that all day. He just needed to thump more because, you hear the summertime with the low lows and everybody with the bass in their trunk. You needed the bump. It can't sound like it's in the can.
Right, of course. Okay. All right. MD, what you think about this one?
Well, the problem I had is I couldn't figure out which was a verse and which was a hook.
Good point.
He was Gangsta Summering from top to bottom. And I'm trying to figure out what he was talking about, where he was going with it. I'm hearing what he wanted to talk about, but he didn't give us no lyrical verse content saying what he was doing, how he was partying, whatever the description of the situation is. Then you go back to, this is what you call the Gangsta Summer, using that as a description of what he is telling his story about.
I like you said that. I like that.
You did? I didn't hear it. I didn't hear the story.
No, I like what you said because they don't understand song structure.
Right.
And that all goes into when you get a record to the DJ that's at the club. The DJ knows about song structure and they have to know when the hook is coming in, when to go into the verse, and when they gonna mix out of it, when they gonna tell everybody, raise your hands in the air, whatever they gonna do on the mic. And if you don't understand song structure, then you throwing everybody off, including yourself.
It's like I was waiting for him when he started off I really gave him up to 8 bars, but even 8 bars for intro, bringing a song in the beginning, that's even too long. Usually 2 to 4 bars, and then you come in with the verse, then you go into the hook, then back to the second verse. He didn't do nothing like that. His storyline wasn't there. His structure wasn't there, but the beat, what he was going with, that was a nice track. Just needed to have work on it, and a little bit, like you said, piano, put the bass in, make it really thump, and the drums got to be a little bit more powerful, with what they were using. They were using basic drum beats, and wasn't artistic at all. I mean,
I like the direction, I like the direction. He's, he's figured out where he wants to go with it.
Yeah.
And sometimes, when you're making your own beats, sometimes, you may need somebody to come in and layer it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Layer it or double it on some tracks. You know what I mean?
Right.
Pan something over here, pan left, pan right. Those
make it stereo, more stereo
on another track. Make it breathe, and even your own ad libs. Sometimes your own ad libs over tracks help give the track something more. That's why Nate Dogg, was who he was. He was like the king of the West Coast ad lib. You know what I mean? West Coast got some of the best ad libs ever. Classic.
Yeah, he was like Nate Dogg was man. He was a man. Him and what's his name? Larry. The other one we used to do all the hooks. It was 2 of them, Nate Dogg and LJ or something like that. Forgot his name. Damn, slipped my mind.
Oh, maybe he's doing the hooks too. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it was all right, but I mean.
Yeah, we all got stuff we can work on, but I think, if you're going in the right direction and if you're dedicated, you can say, okay, you know what, we're going to work on this track, you know what I mean? Because you could definitely see where their influences are,
Right. It was a nice
song. And
song.
now they got so many different plugins. Sometimes it's just a matter of having, when you're making those tracks, what plugins you have. That's a big deal. When you're doing beats, you have a lot of cats doing different types of programs. Those plugins, boy, you could sound like Dr. Dre tomorrow with that right plugin.
Yeah, right. If you know what you're doing with the plugin.
Even Dr. Dre would think that's him. If you do the right thing.
Yeah, speaking of the right thing, all right, Gigi, so I'm an artist and I send you my package. As you can see tonight, I have no idea where these people are from. I have no idea what they're doing. I have no clue of what's going on with them because all they do is send me a song, and some send me their names, and some send me the title of the songs. A lot of times, MD, since we've been doing the show, we don't even have that.
Right.
But we play the record anyway because we give everybody at least a chance. So I can only go by the email that the record came through. And sometimes I just announce the email because that's all we got. So how should an artist submit a song to you? What needs to be in that package coming from email?
Definitely if you want to get play, they send out the DJ packages. So, the song should be clean, dirty, instrumental. At least those 3 versions will give you the best chance to get, people that are out in the streets, people out on radio. A lot of times we might play the instrumental, you know what I mean? Clean, dirty, instrumental, first and foremost. Also, know what is a clean version. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times you'll say, man, this ain't clean. And they'll be like, what? And then they still have, nigga or ass or, and you're like, well, that's not a clean version over here or over there. So try to do that when you're in the studio. Don't go back and say, oh, I need to go get it. They could do it right in the studio by stomping it out on that track. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
So I definitely think those 3 things, maybe if you have management, who the management contact is, booking contact, if you have artwork, send them the artwork, you know what I mean, in the email. Definitely right now we're all about the Instagram, Facebook, social media links. You know what I mean? All of that stuff is helpful. But if you don't have any of that stuff, the best thing would be clean, dirty instrumental. So you can at least go on these different shows, talk about your record. Or the kids are big on this, the YouTube videos and whatnot. You get to the spot and they want you to play the YouTube video and they love it, right? But the parents are mad at you because it's all dirty, Right. So, if you have some versions out there, the clean, dirty, you want to get played everywhere. Clean, dirty instrumental.
Right.
Exactly.
Like back in the 90s when Death Row, when they came out with their music, they had the clean version where they switched the nasty words to clean words.
Right.
It wasn't no beat, it wasn't no mute. It was lyrical content from top to bottom.
Right.
Because when they said nasty word, they exchanged it to a clean word.
Yeah.
And like the word shit, they used to say shh. They did that.
Right.
Keep it in this contest, because if you have too much mute, I don't know what your storyline is about because I'm missing so many words. I don't know what you're talking about. The tracks sound great, but what are you singing about? What are you rapping about?
Right. Good point.
Only thing I hear is that's all you hear.
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost like just that really to me is like the instrumental. Because I don't know what you're rapping about. I hear your song. I hear what your song title is saying. It's saying I love you, baby, but I can't hear the word love because you got to mute it out because you got a nasty word just before it. So we can't hear that.
Yeah.
I think you need to go back to the 90s where they have a radio version where they have clean words in the place of the nasty words. And then on the album, you can get the dirty version, because you don't play albums on radio. You play that in the club.
I think, what you're saying is with the point of, somebody that's in there that's doing A&R or marketing to let them know, look, this is a great record, but we can't play it at the school. If we was at the basketball game or where all these kids are, that's your target audience, you're going to miss that money, because you don't have a clean version.
Right.
Now, when you get to the private party and all that, we going to rock to the dirty,
Exactly.
But, you know what I mean? But sometimes you miss opportunities just because you didn't have a clean version to rock and folks was like, oh, let me go find that on iTunes,
Yeah. Well, I'm doing the best I can with this.
I was talking to Randy, school tour, and I asked him. Yeah. I heard that Blueface was doing real well out in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And he said, I can't put them on.
Yeah, you can't put them on, man. It's too dirty.
Yeah. The kids, it ain't like the kids ain't never heard it.
Right.
No.
They heard it.
But you being respectful to the parents because that's what it ends up
being
about, because you at the event, I've DJed several events where it was all kids and I played the clean version and they was like loving it because they were like, you got the clean version of this?
Yeah,
and I was like, yeah, because I knew y'all was going to want to, even if I had to go clean it up myself, which I don't like doing. But, a lot of times you look like, okay, well, dang, they're really on their stuff. because they got a clean version of this. Let's
Right.
let's book them again. You know, on the DJ tip, I mean.
Right.
But you know, right now we're in a moment where people aren't performing, so this is something they need to be thinking about, because when you come out, everybody's gonna be trying to get that money that they lost. You know, And so now-
when the floodgates open, it's gonna be a rush.
Yeah, it's gonna be a rush big time. You know, one song I can hear, I've been seeing lately online lately is Sweetie song. I think it's Sweetie song. She got a new song that you know that she now got the girls got a you know, they're dancing to it now. They're trying to
right,
you know,
Tap Out record with the Too Short beat.
Yeah, the Too Short beat. Yeah. So all the way till she gets to the word nigga, the girls are all dancing to it, but they even know how to flip that to where they put their finger over their mouth and cover that word, so they're not even saying that. So every time I see that in the video, I'm like, God, if they all just had the clean version right there, it wouldn't be a problem. But I like how the women have all flipped it and put their finger over their mouth and don't let it be seen, or hear them actually saying the word. So, you know, I thought it was cool, you know, how they do that. Now, also too, I opened up the DJ pack and I downloaded your song, so we're gonna be playing that just a little bit. And what I like too, which I need to pull that up on what you call it, but that's all right, I'm not gonna do it. I opened your DJ pack, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but everything that came in the DJ pack consists of all the pertinent information I need, including the Spotify information, the title of the song, who it was produced by, what artist is from, about that, all the pertinent information about me. The DJ pack consists of everything. So if you want to see that, I'm trying to show it to you as best I can, what artists you need to have everything consist of. In fact, if I can, I'll go ahead and try to put a screenshot up of what a DJ
and
pack
actually, that was
like.
the original one. We're getting ready to relaunch it because we got new artwork and just some new things going on. But I sent you the original one, but we're going to relaunch it with the artwork from the website. And big shouts out to SF Effects on the production, SF Tracks. And but yeah, we started at the beginning of the COVID. As you know, it's been 6 months now, and we've all been inside a little longer than we thought. So I said, you know what, Sweet, it's time for you to go in and pull the trigger on what you got going on. You know what I mean? And then, you know, just keep getting it. Like I said, right now is a great time to work on your stuff, work on your craft. You inside, okay? You know, email your stuff out. You know, contact people on the email that you haven't talked to. Make some new relationships, because 6 to 9 months for the gathering people, which I say is us, you know, for them to really get out there and think that it's going to be okay for us to perform and all of that good stuff. Yeah. That's no time to be building your fan base. Sending your record out to different people, fielding new ideas, figuring it out. Because in 9 months, literally, that's only like what, next summer? Next spring break, you know what I mean? So, you know, if you wanted to work with some different artists, you know, reach out to them on IG, do your thing. And hey, I want to do a song with you, or hey, I want you to do something for me. Hey, let's get it going. You know, and everything don't have to be up online right away. You know, you can wait to world premiere it, you know, 6 to 9 months from now.
Oh, no, they don't do that. They put everything out like today. They ain't in the studio, they got to put it out today. So it's not going to be wait no 6 months.
They're rushing their product too quickly.
Right.
And they don't give no thought process to, when I put it out, where do I go from there?
Right.
You know, and they get caught, you know, in a corral that they can't get out of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they try to figure out why they haven't grown as big as somebody like Chance the Rapper or Don Kennedy. You know, they don't understand those guys had excellent marketing strategy, what they were going to do and how they was going to do it and when they were going to do it.
Right.
And they probably have people that was behind them that had the same outlook of what they could take, act like them. And it worked for them. They took their time. They you know, they processed every scenario that they can think of to make this song, make this artist another artist at another level as an independent. Because see, the major didn't think any artist is going to be able to do anything independent.
Right.
They really didn't. And Chance opened the door. Chance and Tech Nine opened the doors for the independent artists. Master P founded it.
Right.
Master P founded it. but those two saw where Master P left off at, and they both jumped on it from that point on, and they over 100 million.
Oh, yeah, really well. Really well.
Over 100 million, you know?
Yeah, definitely, man. We need to learn from them. We need to learn from them. Big time. Big time around here.
We're trying to get our marketing person to get a contact with Chance so we can get him on our show.
Yeah, definitely. Love that. We love to have him on our show for sure. Let's go ahead and check out your record right here. Gigi, go ahead and kick to it right now. Gigi, go ahead and kick to your record right now.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, DJ Gigi Sweet. You're checking out the Head Nodder Session, powered by the radio show. And this is the world premiere. The homie, Brandy Kane, System Crew. It's called About Me right here. Check it out.
All right, let's do it, y'all. The Head Nodder Session, powered by the radio show. Let's go.
What you gonna do about me? When I swerve in your lane, make sure you heard of my name. What you gonna do about me? It ain't a personal thing when I come through and murder everything. What you gonna do about me? How I'm on for my city, is you rolling? You with me or against? What you gonna do about me? How I'm balling in this bitch, $1 million shit, all my niggas rich. What you gonna do about me? For the money, style so gully, face so pretty, mouth so ugly. Been around the world, they all rushing to love me. Get around your girl and she all touchy-touchy. Never bounce the house without my bud. Pistol grip down, case somebody out to touch me. All my exes hate me, they said I'm hella crazy, but they can never play me ever wetting and a baby. I'm smoking on stanky, getting loaded with janky. Banging Sandman the goose that don't blame me. Let her do her thing, man, no hoe shaming. I keep them seasick, I am so wavy. The streets see the shit, so promoters don't pay me. Never go broke, cause I never go lazy. Grinder, hustler, dope rhyme buster. It's DG, TC, we don't love bust. About me, when I swerve in your lane, make sure you heard of my name. What you gonna do about me? It ain't a personal thing when I come through and murder everything. What you gonna do about me? How I'm on for my city, is you rolling? You with me or against? What you gonna do about me? How I'm balling in this bitch, $1 million shit, all my niggas rich. What you gonna do about me? I'm a boss in my city, all fast. I'm on top and I need all my racks. Talk money or I can't call back. Plus you niggas rap whack, all trash. Never talk half, I need all of the bag. I'm popping, they watching and jocking my swag. Mirror, mirror on the wall, why is that? Why is that? Why is that? This that fire, this that crack. Yeah, the price is going up through the roof, I'm too smooth. And look at what I do to the booth. I light it up, I burn it down, If you ain't knowing, then you gon' learn that. I'm a solid ass player, you should never murder mouth. So records word of mouth, from the west to the south, all facts. I need all of my racks, talk money or I can't call. What you gon' do about me? When I swerve in your lane, make sure you heard of my name. What you gon' do about me? It ain't a personal thing when I come through and murder everything. What you gon' do about me? How I'm on for my city, is you rolling? You with me or against? What you gon' do about me? How I'm balling in this bitch, $1 million shit, all my niggas rich. What you gon' do about me?
Did you let them know who this is right here?
Hey, that's the homie, Brandy Kane right there. West Coast, where y'all at one time. That's the new single. It's called About Me. It's coming from my new EP, strictly for the clubs. Also, big shouts out to the System Crew, Miss Bliss. We got another record coming your way. It's called Do That. And, that track right there, that was SF track. So, we wanted a Bay Area feel. If you're feeling it, hit us up. I'm a DJ, so I wanted some club records that I could really mix in with everything else. So if I'm in the club and I'm rocking a record, that records go right in. I swear to God, I was testing the record before COVID hit at the casino, and people would come up and be like, yo, who is that? Yeah. That record is fire, yo. So I was already testing the record, and then the COVID hit, and we had to go back inside. So, I was like, I think, and then, the next record, when you hear that one, you're going to definitely see what I'm doing as a DJ and why the two records, they feel different. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Well, MD, what you think about this one, MD? MD, you still there? Oh, you off the way.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. What you think about this record we just played, man? What you think about that one?
No, that's off the hook. Randy's off the hook.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You got to send me the clean. I need that clean one. Clean version.
Okay, definitely.
Yeah, send that to me when you get it right there. Now that's that's our Insta play for the night right there. Insta record sent to us. We download it, we play it. Like I say, with the Head Nodder Session, We don't know what we gonna get, but we got a hit right there. Definitely, that's what we do.
You're gonna be hearing that on the radio show.
Yeah, you're gonna hear that on the radio show as soon as you give us that clean version.
Yeah.
As soon as we get that.
Soon.
Yeah, that's right, y'all. The Head Down session tonight, powered by the radio show. We're taking to some records, going through and playing them, and deciding if these records should go on to the next level and be a part of Play It or Slay It on a future edition of the radio show on a Monday night.
Hey.
Monday, Gigi, man, we not gonna keep you here all night. I'm gonna ask you one more thing about how do you find a record that you want to sell and how people should sell records, because you said that several times tonight. So I want to know how you feel about and what do you think and what is needed to sell a record. How should an artist sell a record? In other words,
I mean, for one, I think you can be authentic to who you are. You know, find your lane, figure out what that is. You might be a backpack record, or you might be, you know, somebody like 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, trap artist.
Hello.
You know what I mean? Or you might be a West Coast artist with that West Coast flavor. Or if you're an R&B artist, you know what I mean? You might be more of a neo soul type artist, a Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, a Her, you know what I mean? Or you might be somebody that's more R&B type with a thuggish, ruggish flavor. But you got to figure out what your lane is going to be. And then once you get in that, you know, figure out how you're going to sell to that crowd, because it's all about age groups and crowds. You know, whenever you go to a concert, you notice there's different crowds there. You know what I mean? And so you got to know which one you fall in.
NBA team.
Right,
you know?
right. So it is different crowds that you got to appeal to. So you got to appeal to those crowds for sure.
Yeah, you got to know which crowd that you're appealing to. You got to know what age group. You know, like I said, Donna Dobson, I immediately thought to myself, okay, more of an R&B, jazz. You know, you could take her on tour, maybe open up for some folks on the jazz circuit. Summertime would have definitely did that for her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Your guy, State Street Armstead, definitely the record, I wasn't feeling it, but I was like, yo, if I had that beat, I'd take it to the strip club and say, what you think about this? Your other guy, Rich G, Gangsta Summer, you know, man, I have him open up for Ice Cube and Mac 10 real quick. You know, and they'll be like, yo, they'll be feeling them. You know what I'm saying? So everything you can sell different. You just got to know what direction you're going. And then you got to go get in that lane and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is my crowd. You know what I mean?
Right. So do you go out and try to find somebody that's similar to you? Like, okay, I'm similar to Rick Ross. So I need to go after Rick Ross's audience, so to speak, or what? How does that work?
I think at this point, you know, if you have a style like that, you need to seek out maybe who is the management company or the people that are doing PR for him. You know, right now everybody's at home, so you know what they're doing. They at home, they trying to set up their tour. They trying to figure out, okay, when we go back on tour, where are we going and who's gonna be on the lineup? You know, so obviously they're not gonna open for themselves, but they probably got their artists that they got, and then whoever, you know. I like that people send out that stuff about, oh, you know, you want to open up for so-and-so and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, that's great. But a lot of times it's pay for play, you know.
Of course.
And that's cool too. You know, if it's an artist that I know I'm similar to and that his fan base would gravitate to me, I would figure out how to get on tour with him. Now, I might have to pay my money, but guess what? If I got on $300 jeans, $500 shoes, a $2,000 watch, and I ain't got no money to put into my own music career, I need to go sit down somewhere.
You hit it right on the nail.
Yeah, that's true.
On the nail, Gigi.
That's true. And I'd rather be IG showing my wad of money off also. I'd rather be on there showing my wad of money off and flashing it in front of everybody and all that stuff.
The fan base, like I said, it's going to really tell when they got to leave here and they go, you know, and they say, well, look, man, you got to sell $500 worth of tickets or whatever, but you're going to open up. Guess what? When you open up, they don't know you. So look, do your 2 songs. When they come in, the crowd is coming, do your 2-3 songs or whatever. And then you get out there, you have your merch, your stickers, and all that stuff that's going to drive them to your videos. If you think the videos and the IG is where you need to be, put your QR code on there. They can scan that and go right to your video views, right to your IG.
Now, see,
you know what I mean?
You've already brought up something nobody don't know. What is a QR code?
A QR code is that square box. It's like a square box. And everybody has one on their phone, and you can scan it on your phone. You know what I mean? And so now we're in a touchless society, I guess. And
Exactly.
you know, you can even go on your own phone and look at your contact. You can look at your own contact and see your QR code. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because now the phones are including your own QR.
Put your phone up. Put your phone up. Let me.
Hold on, I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it now.
Don't look for yours right now. We'll give you a few seconds to look for it. Definitely, man. We're gonna head down the session right now. We just go ahead and critique some songs. We got 2 songs left before we cut you guys out loose tonight. And there you are right there. There's Gigi's QR form right there. So everybody has that. So you can use that to your advantage. That's sort of your retail imprint in a sense right there. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, big time.
But you'd be surprised how many people don't know it's in their phone or how to do it. You know what I mean? And so I wasn't really talking about it that much before the COVID, but once the COVID hit, you know, I said, well, this is another way that artists can, if you're in the streets or if you're out, you know, trying to promote your product, you can say, well, look, just scan me and I want you to watch my video. And it'll go right to their phone without touching them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And that's still respecting
check
the
that out.
rule. Big time. Now, Gigi, I know you say you do consultation. You consult artists and groups as well. So, getting clients to listen to you and doing what you tell them to do. Let's talk about some of them horror stories and things of that nature. And what is the first couple of questions? Also, I'll throw in this. And first couple of questions you ask these artists when you sit down with them. What do they need to have for you to be able to take them on as a client?
I mean, really, at this point, I'm just kind of starting my consulting portion of my business because people always want to call you up and pick your brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to be putting the Heisman on them and saying, look, you know, if you have, you know, questions for Gigi Sweet, I'll give you a 30-minute consultation and, you know, just click here, pay your fee, and then from there, we'll find out how serious you are.
Okay, yeah, because MD has started the consultation in for us on our end. MD has started that also. So I'm just wondering if you going through some of the horror stories that I'm hearing from MD about they're not doing what you're telling them to do.
Well, let's do a horror story versus. Go ahead, MD. Let me hear one of yours.
Horror stories, but well, the horror story I got with artists is not knowing where they want to do. Especially they call me, you know, it's like they'll call me. I'll say, hello, what you need, where you're taking your career, you know, what are you trying to do? You know, do you have an image already? Are you set for business? You know, and a lot of artists is not even set for business. Nothing is
right now set for business in 2020 is different than 2000, right?
No.
These are jokes, not jokes.
Yeah, back in the old days.
Right.
They sell CDs out of the trunk of their car. They don't do that no more. They don't do that no more. You have the internet, you know, and now the internet can do, I mean, a lot of old school artists wish that we had the tools that these kids have today to promote themselves. It would have been a whole lot of platinum albums and those days, more than that, you know, you imagine. I mean, but now I'm learning that platinum albums is really hard to come by now.
Well, because the platinum album these days isn't considered the same thing with the streaming and the downloads. And I think, to me, the old school artists do have a feel for how to promote outside of the box. Because I think it should be a combination of both. That's just my thought. Because you still got to get people to the box. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, even having a QR code in your phone or business cards with your QR code, you know, where they can scan it, that's still a physical thing.
Right. Yeah.
But when you give it to them, they go, well, I don't use cards. Okay, well, here's my card. Take it. I'm going to put it in my back pocket. Or here's my mixed CD, you know, or here's my magazine that I have sponsors already. Now, if you don't want to look at it, great, give it to somebody else. But guess what? On there has the QR code, has my website. You can go to the video. It's a lot of physical things that you can still have to make them go online, because you still got to get them there. They're not going to remember when they leave the show. You know what I mean?
They're not going to remember that at all. They're not going to even remember that.
That's the hardest part. Getting them to come to you online to your, as a marketing strategist told me, a website is no more than a marketing, is a mall. It's a mall. It's like electronic mall where everything is there that you're trying to sell.
Verification mall, because a lot of people just go there to verify that you said you was who you said you was.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
People don't do no. They don't make no phone
and also how many
followers
you got. They want to see. They want to know that too.
But see, that game is a tricky game too, because people buying followers, they're buying likes and all of that to make it look like this and that. But like I said, they gonna know the real story when we come out of here 6 to 9 months, and you say, "Man, I'm gonna come check out your show," and you go to the show and there's 10 people in here.
Yeah, and exactly.
Right. But you have 100,000 viewers and followers.
I know.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's great.
I don't understand it either, but that's how it works. That's how it works.
Well, the game is you can have all the viewers you want to have, all the likes you want to have, but the game is if you was doing the show and I put your name on the marquee saying that you starred on the stage, how many people's gonna buy tickets?
Right.
At $20, $20, $30 a head.
Right. Well, I keep saying this joke, but it's true because everybody think that they get too big to sell tickets.
Oh my God.
I don't need to sell tickets. No, right. And I'm like, well, look, Janet Jackson still got to sell tickets. She just ain't at the box office. And a lot of people don't realize that right when the COVID hit, Janet Jackson was about to be on her second try to do her world tour with Live Nation. Mm-hmm. She literally was on tour doing a PR tour on the radio. She was on everything. She was on the Breakfast Club. She was on The View. She was trying to get the white folks, the black folks, the young folks, the Vegas folks. She literally was about to do her world tour again, right? And the COVID hit.
You're right. Same thing happened to Snoop.
Selling tickets.
Selling tickets, huh?
Same thing happened to Snoop. He was back. We already went to his news conference at the compound. Mm-hmm. And he had left, and he was heading east when the COVID hit. Yeah.
Wow.
And it hurt a lot of people, even hurt us.
Yeah.
I mean, if you somebody big that been promoting your tour, what really hurt me is, people think that when you're an artist or a concert promoter that you don't want to give their money back and this and that. And it's like, we can't give your money back. You realize that the whole world was off of work. Yeah. They sent us home, said you can't go to work, you can't go to concerts. Even that insurance that you had to protect you from the liabilities of the artist getting sick or somebody, falling off the stage or whatever insurance they had, that wasn't gonna cover everybody.
No, it wasn't. Sure wasn't gonna cover everybody, man. Sure wasn't. And you've already, you already paid for the venue, you already paid for the DJ, you already paid, security, you already paid for a lot of that stuff already. So it's kind of hard to give your money back. You know what I'm saying? So, you're going to have to, we can get you on another show, but it's hard to get people's money back after you pay for that.
And even putting them in another show is difficult when you have something like this where they don't know when it's going to end. So they can't push the dates back. That's where all the DJs had their dilemmas. Mm-hmm. We were giving people refunds and different things like that when we could. But if you had dates booked way out or they wanted to book something else in the future, it made it difficult because we didn't think we was going to be sitting here in August.
Yeah.
People were thinking they was gonna be living their best life in August.
Right. They thought this virus was gonna end somewhere like it started in March.
Yeah.
Right. It was in April before Memorial Day.
Right.
They really thought, they thought around about that time.
Yep. That's what the president said. So, but it didn't happen that way.
Nope.
Didn't happen that way at all.
The Chinese people, they put out, they threw something on us.
Yeah, it's terrible, man.
They threw something on us.
And it wasn't TikTok, was it?
Nah, it wasn't TikTok. Let's go ahead and check out this. We're going to play one last song before we get up out of here for the night. It's getting kind of late, so I'm going to go ahead and make this move right now. I'm going to get this in. This is Yeah Dog by Chris G, The Real. Chris G, The Real, featuring PMC. Chris G, The Real, featuring PMC. Song is called Yeah Dog. All right? Last song of the night. You critique this one. Let us know. Hot emoji if it's hot. Sad emoji if it's not. And you can always number critique it as well. Again, leave your comment below. Or you can go ahead and step on the old school phone. I'll take one quick call before we get up out of here. 310-327-4694. 310-327-4694. DJ GG Sweets, our guest tonight. Dundee and MD, the Head Nodders session, powered by the radio show.
Emoji if this song is bad. Boom! Sad emoji if this song is whack. You decide what we download. Download. Right here. On the Head Nodders session, powered by the radio show.
Some other shit. I'm about to take over the game. It's on my bucket list. Grind mode on double shift. Might just have to go and pull a third for the fun of it. Beat her cheeks like she on punishment. My game been strong. Catch me running plays like the end zone. Always keep the peace like Gandhi. I pray my real ones never fold like laundry. Niggas will do your grimy. Late nights in the lab got me feeling like a zombie. Still I had waiting for motherfuckers to sign me. Took some setbacks but bounced back like a ricochet. I guess I'm gifted like Christmas Day. Price going up like collectibles. Always been a stand-up dude cause it's respectable. But if you try to run shit like Nike, nigga, I'm checking you. Only appetite for beast, just like it's edible. Watch me cook up the residue. You know what I'm here for. If it go down, it's all good. I'm prepared for it. Tell me what you acting scared for.
That is Chris G, The Real, featuring PMC. Chris G, The Real, featuring PMC. Song's called Yeah Dog. All right. Gigi, go ahead and let us know your thoughts on this one right quick here.
Yeah, dog, I like it. For all my my heads out there, all my backpack people out there, definitely he can do something with that. 92, 93 BPM. That's also something else you can add to your package just to give people a way to know what they can mix it in with. But remember that song by Tribe Called Quest? It started out with like, yeah, dog.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it sounded like, it was like the, wanna know. The remake, it was on the rhythm, the rhymes, Rhythms, Rhymes, and Life album. It sounded like that. That's the kind of vibe I got, the flavor I got. So definitely for the backpack people, Head Nodders, and you know what, they could do a remix, get a neo soul flavor artist on there, a young lady that knows how to flip it. They can rock that record to the ladies.
Yeah, definitely a good East Coast record right there. Nice feel to it. Something that we can use here on the radio show as well. So Chris G, get that clean version to us. We do need a clean version of this record for sure, man. MD, your thoughts?
My thoughts for the song, or my thoughts leaving?
Your thoughts for the song.
Well, my thought for the song is basically what Gigi said. We're on the same page. With me being an ex-DJ, looking for the right music to play for my audience, to keep the dance floor going, or play for radio, to keep my sponsors happy. It's a nice song. It's Real Dog. He had a nice flow. So, I will go ahead and move it on to see where we can take it to the next level or not. Yeah.
Okay.
Where is he from? Where is he from?
I don't know. They don't be giving that information.
Everybody representing, because right now, who's on right now that's doing that kind of music? Anderson .Paak, Chance the Rapper, like you said. If I got a certain flavor, I would be trying to reach out to that crowd. I'm Chris G the Real. Maybe look up, hashtag Chance the Rapper fans and start sending my music out to them. Hashtag, Anderson .Paak fans, start sending my music out to them. You know what I mean? Maybe do a freestyle mixtape over those beats. You know what I mean? Or a DJ Premier, the Roots. It's a lot of good, or even, Common, he's done a lot of great work on that tip, and he's done his thing. So, those are the kind of artists I think about when I think about this record here.
Okay, that's what's up. That's about the same vibe I think about him as well. You know what I'm saying? These independent artists, this song right here is on that level of a Tribe Called Quest, and artists like that for sure.
And if you was gonna go on tour, like I said, you got to think about who you fit with. You can't think about, they just hot, and they got a good fan base. I'm going on tour with Nicki Minaj. Well, guess what? Her fan base ain't your fan base.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
Right.
So you got to go on tour with somebody that's going to be, their fan base is going to actually go buy your record after you go and open for them.
Yeah, because their fan base will definitely boo you. They have
or
no
buy
problem
your
booing
merch. You know what I'm saying? Or, I mean, didn't you guys hear about that story about how Drake got booed at that concert right before the COVID? Did y'all hear about that?
No. What about that? I didn't hear that. Tell us about that real quick.
Concert. It was his homeboy. What's the guy? The Odd Future series. Those people that did the concert. And he was Frank Ocean or somebody was supposed to be the headliner, but he didn't come out. And Drake come out instead. And the people in front booed him. And the video went viral on YouTube.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
And yeah. Who's Odd Future? What's that big concert they have? Flog Nog or Creator.
Not Coachella.
Tyler the Creator.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
He came out and I love Drake, but that was a classic instance of they wanted to hear the person that they wanted to hear. That's their crowd. They know the lyrics. They like his style.
Right.
And he came out and he was like, y'all want to hear some more music? They was like, no.
I guess I go to YouTube and see can I find that.
See if I can find
I said, I love Drake. He's a dope lyricist. He's very creative.
Yeah, he's very
but it's
good.
a classic example of, sometimes we think everybody like us.
Yeah, they don't.
And it's like, no, that ain't who they came to see, who they paid their money for.
Uh-huh. Exactly. That's how it works.
He's from Canada anyway.
Yeah, that's how it works. So, so big shout out to Chris G featuring the real one. Chris G, the real featuring PMC. Also,
PMC or TMC?
PMC. P is in Paul, M,
okay.
C is in Cat. And that's him. Also, EA Supreme and Dimes, Thrife Bomber, and Donna Dobson. Those are the 4 songs that moved on to the next level right here, and it will be featured on an upcoming edition of the radio show on a Play It or Slay It coming up real soon with myself, MD, Artist Monique, and Mary Alex on a Monday night. So congratulations to those 4 songs for moving on tonight. But all those artists must give me the clean version for them to be played on that show. So we'll go ahead and get up out of here tonight. MD, give me a final word before we let Gigi wrap it up on her end.
Okay, and I like to also mention that this show, you can tomorrow go to our Facebook page, and we're going to have the list of all the songs that we played, and I'm going to try to have the MP3 up there so you can hear the song again yourself, so you guys can vote and give us comment on each of those songs and to see whether we had the right feel for audience that listen to music, especially independent music. And we want everybody that's listening on to support the independent urban music industry now, because it's a new industry. People like Snoop Dogg and all of them has come out of the closet. They no longer with majors. They're trying to do their thing. So we want to support that. And DJs like DJ Sweet and ourselves, we're supporting the independent market really strongly. So,
well, I think they also have to understand that we've been here supporting. And so, it really is a thing, but they really need to understand that when they pay the cost to be the boss, which means that when you go in to promote your project and you're going out there, telling people X, Y, Z, and they say, well, look, we need this, we need that, including the financials of being an independent, you got to know that when you are on a label, that's what they take care of. They take care of the promotion. They take care of those articles in the magazine. They take care of that big magazine layout in Source and Double XL and all those magazines that are, were doing it real big back in the day when Snoop was on Master P's label. You know what I mean? They take care of that, and they also take care of the distribution in XYZ. But you also know that they are going to come and get their chunk at the end of the day. So that means that those things still need to be done for you as the independent. You're never going to get around paying for promotions. It's not going to be as much, but you can't always go around thinking it's going to be free and then want people to pay you your money. You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's so true.
And then go and smoke a blunt in their face and kick your Jordans up in their face and tell them you ain't got the money.
And brag about their $400 sneakers.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's $400 you could have gave me to play your song.
Exactly. Nobody works for free. Let's get that established, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody works for free anymore around here.
Right.
So just to let
if
you
it don't
know,
make sense, it don't make dollars.
Exactly. Real simple. Take it old school with that. Gigi, let them know where to find you and everything real quick.
Yeah, Gigi.
Oh, hey, everybody. Your girl, DJ Gigi Sweet. You can log on to my website, JIJISweet.com. Check out the featured artist of the month, my man Charlie with a K. New single is called Lost My Mind. You can also check out Gigi Sweet's new single with Brandy Kane. It's called About Me. And also in the top bar, you can just find out all about the different promotions. If you haven't heard of me, you can find out about all the different radio stations that you may have seen me on throughout the years. And yes, I am a real DJ. So log on to my YouTube page and you can see some of the battle style stuff that I've done throughout the years. And also check out some of the interviews that I've been posting. I'm actually going to pull out some of the old interviews and whatnot now that YouTube is kind of, they've kind of gotten their copyright stuff together. And I can post stuff, you know what I mean, from the past. And you can find me on IG /DJ JIJI Sweet. On Facebook, hit up Gigi Sweet or the Gigi Sweet fan page. And like I said, if you're interested in sponsoring my show, if you're interested in getting your artist put on the show or featured artist of the month, I'm playing in different markets every day. So big shouts out tonight on Thursday night. Shouts out to 247mixing.com. Shouts out to Live 504 Radio out there in New Orleans. Shouts out to my man out in Miami, Excitement Radio. And also a big shouts out to my man Big Shot, representing Big Shot Radio Saturday nights with the world premiere of Charlie with a K. So as you can see, I got a lot going on. I'm not faking the funk. If you think that, then don't DM me. I ain't got time.
There you go. There you go.
Exactly. That's how we do as well. Yeah, we're in a lot of different platforms as well. Shout out to all of our affiliates that carry us also. So you be surprised if you just hit just both of us up right here. You probably be on at least, I don't know, 30 or 40 at least internet stations that I know of, and some AM and FM stations across the country as well.
And more to come, y'all. More to come.
More to come.
The COVID is giving me plenty of time to get my stuff up for when we leave here. Because when I leave out of the COVID, all the stuff that your goal as an artist is to make sure everything that you put up on the internet after you leave the COVID is clicking and you go somewhere else and get your money.
Yeah, in fact, Gigi, we need to sit down and collab on some of these stations and get you on the stations we're on and vice versa. We need to do that.
Yeah.
And
so we can either follow you or you follow us.
Both. We follow each other. That's what we do.
There's a lot going on. Like I said, you just got to be diligent, and you also got to know that at the end of the day, like you said, if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars, right?
Right.
Exactly. It don't make sense, it don't make dollars. But what made a lot of sense is you joining us tonight. And I want to thank you.
I appreciate you guys
for getting on here.
Thank you to the bottom of our heart.
Yeah. My goal was only going to keep you on here for an hour, but we ended up going an hour and a half. So, you know what I'm saying?
I love it. You guys got plenty of stuff to chop up for your platform. And actually, big shouts out to all the artists that have been rapping with me the last couple months during the COVID. They were planning tours and they told me a little bit about it. So big shouts out to my man Crook Rock out there in Boston, representing for the East Coast Heads.
Okay.
Big shouts out to my man in the Midwest, Deuce. New project is out 2020. Okay. And also big shouts out to my man Brian Fury, representing out of Harlem, out of Brooklyn. He's doing his thing, his new project, World Breaker Fury. Check them all out at gigisweet.com.
Okay, and Gigi, you need to get all those records to me as well.
For sure, we'll do.
Get them all to me. You know what I'm saying?
Monday night's going to be popping now.
Get our hands on. And we'll get you on the radio show too, man, on a Monday night, so you can chop it up with us with the girls too. All right?
Oh, no doubt.
Yeah, and let us know if you want us to come on one of your shows. Let us know. We'd love to get on there with you.
Oh yeah, we'll do. Like I said, you guys have a great platform if they haven't heard of it. And obviously, I think the great thing about this moment in time is you're able to discover new things. You can figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And like I said, if you somebody, I had this joke, this ain't the COVID, this is menopause. Just kidding. These are jokes, not jokes.
It's all good, man.
Except for air conditioner.
For sure, right there. That's what's up, man. Gigi Sweet's right there joining us right here tonight, right here on the Head Now the Session. Again, you can go ahead and catch the replay of this show. It'll be on MD's page. Also, it'll be on this page as well that you're checking the show out on. And also, we got another exciting DJ coming to us next week. And we're going to have some fun. Check out the radio show every Monday night, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 1 a.m. Eastern. And also be on the lookout for the IG show also as well. The IG show every Thursday night, 7 o'clock, right before this show as well. The radio show live on IG. So be on the lookout for that coming next week also. All right. At this point, Gigi, once again, I want to thank you for joining us. And we'll go ahead and get up out of here. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, y'all. It's the Head Nodders Session powered by the radio show. Bye, family. Definitely. Put in that right there.